Think about logging into your bank account. Mistype your password, and you get a warning. By the third failed attempt, it locks you out completely. There is a mathematical reason for that lockout. Guessing a standard 16-character encryption through random brute force is so difficult that even a supercomputer would need longer than the current age of the universe to stumble upon the right combination. This is the foundation of a principle called non-repudiation. When an entity bypasses this mathematical uncertainty instantly, we logically deduce they already possess the password. They aren't lucky, they have pre-existing knowledge. Claude Shannon, the father of information theory, provided the framework to understand these patterns. Shannon defined information as the resolution of uncertainty. Whenever we see massive mathematical uncertainty resolved with total accuracy, we are looking at the direct application of a priori information. These are the fairy chimneys of Cappadocia. Their origin is understood through the interaction of matter, energy, and time, wind and water carving the stone. Imagine astronauts landing on a distant alien planet. They look across the horizon and see rock pillars looking identical to the ones in Turkey. But a top-down view reveals an anomaly. These chimneys aren't scattered randomly. They are arranged in perfect concentric rings. Counting outward, the number of chimneys in each ring follows a specific mathematical sequence: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. These are prime numbers. Prime numbers are simply an abstract concept. No physical law of wind or erosion forces matter to organize itself into a mathematical sequence that exists only in the mind. When physical matter follows abstract rules, the equation of matter and energy requires two additional factors: pre-existing information and an agent to apply it. This same logic applies to the sequence of the first biological cell. The nucleotides in a DNA strand are not arranged by chemical necessity. They function as a code, a language that directs the assembly of life. The standard materialist claim is that given billions of years, random chemical trials eventually stumbled onto the right sequence for that code. But the statistics tell a different story. Arranging just 166 base pairs of DNA through random attempts would require 10 to the power of 100 trials. Even if every particle in the universe spent the last 13 billion years trying to hack that code, time would run out before a single functional cell emerged. Much like a password bypass, the appearance of complex biological code indicates that life required a massive injection of pre-existing information. This information remains active throughout an organism's life, guiding its survival and its ability to adapt. In the 1940s, geneticist Barbara McClintock began observing this in her research on corn. She discovered that when organisms face extreme environmental stress, they don't wait for random mutations. They actively restructure their own genetic code to survive. This natural genetic engineering suggests a cognitive-like response within the cell, allowing for adaptations that happen much faster than the gradual pace of natural selection. Though she initially faced pushback for challenging the idea of blind evolution, her proof of intelligent cellular behavior eventually earned her the Nobel Prize. Biological life appears to have a forward-looking mechanism to process data, which suggests that adaptation is a response driven by internal information. Critics like Richard Dawkins argue that these mysteries are simply gaps in our knowledge. He suggests believers use an intelligent creator as a placeholder for things science hasn't explained yet. But we have to look at the nature of information. Information is abstract. A mathematical equation cannot physically move a stone or build a protein on its own. For abstract data to influence the physical world, it requires an agent to wield and execute that information. Francis Crick, who co-discovered DNA, recognized this problem. He even proposed that life might have been seeded by aliens, a theory that only pushes the need for an intelligent agent back one step. Recognizing an intelligent creator follows the same rigorous deduction we use in cybersecurity. Highly specific, functional information is the unmistakable signature of a conscious, intelligent source.